You are live. Do do do. Give me a second while I get this all straightened up. Oh, 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 all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get the other one over in here. Okie dokie. Do a little cursory check on these batteries here. So what happened, that I had low voltage in the morning when they were resting, no load basically, and discovered that this one was low and the one over there was low, number 4. So I'm going to replace, this is just dumb. 6.32, 6.67. So this one isn't taking a full charge. 6.56, 6.41. This one was what? 6.32? It's got a funny feeling that this one is weak. You know, overall what I need to do is replace the whole damn thing. I'm not really happy with these flooded lead acid batteries at all. Too much drama. The whole, I don't know what it is. Check the cables. That's got a lot of corrosion on it right there. This is messy, messy, dirty work when you're dealing with flooded lead acid batteries. So, what do you think? Think this one? And this one has some weird sulfation and stuff going on in here. I'm going to take a look inside there. Boy, you know, everything's full, everything is clean. It looks, they look healthy. That's the weird thing. So, answer me this question. Why will one battery read 4 volts, 4.05 volts, whereas the other ones, up in, this is a 1 string right here, 24 volt string. Yeah, right here. So you'll have one battery that is reading low, and the other guys here are reading relatively, 75, 80% state of charge. So why, why does this happen, is my question. And I just took a cursory reading on here, and yeah, no kidding, they were, these three were higher. This one was just a pinch low. And I turned off all the equipment, the solar charging. So everything's dead. There's no load, there's nothing going on with these batteries at all. So, I don't know. To answer your question, George, yes, I have used a hydrometer several times. Last year when I had problems, right around solstice, winter solstice, did specific gravity tests with the hydrometer, ruined several pair of jeans, very messy, very dirty, dipping with acid, putting on the screen, holding up the light and checking the line and everything. Yeah, I know how to do it. I've done it. But what I do is check visually while they're charging to watch how they stir up. And that's a really good indication. Just use your eyes. And what I find is that, like on the center cell, these are 2-volt cells. The center will be a little bit weaker. Well, it just depends on the battery too. But what I did was up the charging parameters to 32.4 volts, which is the actual equalization voltage on these batteries, for about 15 minutes a day. To bring them all the way up and then float them at OEM levels. I've been doing that for the past month or so. And I've also changed the parameters on how much I take out of these batteries. I'm only doing about 15%, so I'm only bringing the batteries down to about 85% state of charge, and then bring them all the way back up every day. Before, it was down to 70, 75. And I may just have to go up to 90 on this, but we'll see. Be honest with you, this is a ticking time bomb with these batteries. I did so many things wrong with these batteries. Took some bad advice. Don't put water miser vent caps on these things. Just let it breathe naturally. Keep these clean. Periodically clean up your cables. Ohms check them, resistivity. Keep separation on your batteries, because they will heat up when they're charging. A couple other things I learned. I don't use a box. Some guys, colder climates, it may be okay. I box them up, and when I was doing, equalization charges, they just heat up. So what I think, it's a combination. It's not one thing that failed these batteries or are making them shorter lifespan. It's a combination of many things that went wrong with these batteries. That we all learned. I thought I was smart, thought I did well, but it's just so much. There's some good things about flooded lead acid batteries, and there's just more bad things about them too. Unhealthy to work with. You got to wear gloves and all that. Acid mist if you have bad eyes. I ruined a couple pair of jeans. The hydrometer testing, all that jazz. So, all right, Joe Bleed. Wonder how much the lead makeup makes in consistent charge and storage. They say pure lead batteries are better, but they are hard to come by and cost more. Most batteries are using recycled lead. Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, you want to stick with pure lead companies if you're going that way. Even AGM batteries are lead. You want to look for pure lead in AGM batteries. Good morning, Bobby. Dude, I flat out killed two of mine Sorry this is happening, brother. I just realized I used the wrong lead spelling boots. No, you guys are all fine. And I thank you for watching this old man dick around with 100-pound batteries. I'm probably going to replace this one over here. I've got, back over yonder, you've probably seen my other video, I've got one of these 6-volt batteries on a charger, on a Shoemaker charger. And it looks like it's holding a charge. And I checked it yesterday, and I hadn't touched it for about 4 or 5 days, and the thing was sitting at 6.3 volts. So, and the one right next to it was sitting at 4.1 volts. So I got one battery. I got 4 batteries sitting over there. One of them is okay. So essentially all I have is one backup battery for this 8-gun solar battery bank right now, and that's all I got left. And I'm just doing everything I can to milk these until I have money to buy, either lithium or a really high quality AGM, or if a solar battery company or business wants to be generous and do a sponsorship, or show up at my doorstep with a pallet of batteries, that'd be cool as heck. But wishful thinking, or win the lotto. When you're on a fixed income, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not made of money. You may look like it on YouTube, but I'm not. Bobby says, yeah, so I've got the laptop right up here. I can kind of sort of watch what you guys are commenting on, and I appreciate you guys commenting. Bobby's saying, so happy I went with Chevy Volt batteries. Someone gave me a link in one of my videos, and I think they were like $1,500 for like a 5 kilowatt-hour car battery, lithium. I forget the voltage on it, but this guy, I guess he just rips batteries out of cars and sells them on eBay. And there's different classifications of them on there. Philax, ciao, good morning. If any of us win the lithium battery lottery, it would be great. I'll tell you, you'd be the first to know. Be the first to know. I live off my military retirement and disability check every month. So, there's no frickin', no hiding, just be transparent with people. They like that. George, how old are they? If memory serves me, 2 years. Yes, that is correct. Just over, some of these are a pinch over 2 years, but they're right at about 2 years old. Is that correct? 2 years? Yeah. I'll have to look at the paperwork, but yeah, it's about. Actually, I got a thing there when I got them. As Lithium is the name on eBay. CNC Obsession. Thank you for commenting. Yeah. Yeah, Bobby's saying, hell, $2,300 will get you 18 kilowatt hours of Chevy Volt pack. I got a question on that. So if I had an 18 kilowatt lithium battery pack, how far can I bring them down? Is my question. Can I take them, 80%? So that'd probably be like, what, 15 kilowatt hours? I'm not obsessed. 20%. Okay. So yeah, so I can pull 80% out. These, the max I've ever pulled out of these is about 50. And I brought these down. Something else I noticed too, and if you're watching this video, pay attention to what I'm going to say right now. Someone commented about the Midnight Solar battery temperature sensor back here. It's a blue wire, and I got it on this battery right here. I've noticed something that I don't like about that battery temperature sensor, and he even said, the mathematics are off on their thing there. I think there's truth to that, because I did everything by the book with these batteries in Midnight, setting everything up, and what I'm getting at is with the Whizbang Junior, tells you what the state of charge and does this magic math and stuff. Up there it'll say 80%. And then I shut everything down, and Trojan actually has a voltage specification for the state of charge. it says 70%. When the voltage is this, it's 70% or whatever, okay? So I'm not quite certain that the battery temperature, it's either the battery temperature sensor or the logarithm is, I don't know, maybe that's probably another factor that, you know, kind of went with why these batteries are toast. I honestly expected about 5 years out of these batteries, and you know, but no, not even close, not even half, about half that, let's say. All right, back to the questions. I need at least 52 kilowatt hours worth. Yeah, that'd be nice. You've got to charge them up too. Joe Bleed was just thinking, you were talking about the things you like, you've done wrong, but these are L16s. The ones in the scissor lifts at work take a lot more abuse but still hold up okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I agree with you on the bad charging too. You know, I don't know how long. These are actually floor scrubber or scissor lift style batteries. That's what they're designed for. These things, I don't remember any literature saying, they just say, all they say is L16 EAC deep cycle 6 volt, 370 amp hours at the 20-hour rate. All relatively about the same age when I bought them. So, yeah, in terms of packed together, heat, and possible bad charging, yeah, I agree. I agree, the bad charging. I'm not going to point fingers at people, but I took some bad advice from 2 people. You know, Johnny-come-latelys, you know, Mr. Know-it-alls, whatever. I'll never do that again. Go with the manufacturer. Go with, or unless you go with somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, they have a lot of experience in there. Only you know your system and how it acts and performs. Because these things are like women. You know, each one is like a separate woman. You know, they all do different kind of things. Bobby says you can do that without beating on them much, but best to charge to 80% and use about 40%. People say the last 20 plus years. Oh, I agree. I've heard that too. And there's some people out there. Steve up in Oregon has interstate batteries, you know, L16 deep cycle interstates, and his are running good and lasting a long time. Felix is saying, general rule of thumb on lithium, depending on the flavor, charge them 100% at the beginning and see where the cell voltages are at, and then discharge them down to 20% and then back to 80%. Okay. That's a good rule of thumb. You know, overall, what I think, you know, no decisions, you know, on these batteries. I'm just going to try to get another couple more months out of them. February, March time frame looks to be a better time to invest in batteries. But man, I tell you, the technology's changing. Everything is just moving crazy fast. You know, I post on my Chris DIYer Facebook page. I post some stuff that I pick up from the internet and people's comments, and there's a lot of cool technology coming out. So, oh, okay. Thanks, Bobby. Right. Yeah, education. Yeah, gotta get smart. You know, I'm not the smartest apple in the tree or the potato in the ground, but together, I think as a community, you know, you do these videos, you do these live streams, you know, you yak on YouTube, and someone will have a similar experience or have the same problem. And if you get that information out there, you know, together, I think we're smarter. But just one person, you know, just a dude out here in Oklahoma like me, you know, it's better to have more people kind of chime in and give advice. What was the bad advice you got? I'm not gonna give specific names that it had to do, but it had to do with the charging parameters, boxing these things up together, making it all look pretty. I had this really nice box. These batteries were literally right on top of each other, you know, for space considerations in here. Bad mistake. The other thing was investing in those yellow vent caps. I'm not 100% certain that they cause bulging and overheating, but they're designed to keep water in, and I don't know about air, but I honestly think that was another mistake that I made and took advice from somebody. So, I'm not going to name names, but these are the original, no kidding, vent caps on here. I just throw them in the dishwasher, you know, rinse them off, then throw them in the dishwasher for a couple of cycles. I put a couple of detergent pods in there, and you know, in one of those little plastic colander things, throw them in the dishwasher and turn it on, and they come out beautifully clean. And then after the dishwasher cycles in, I just blow all the excess water out of them and let them dry and put them back on. Staying within 20 to 80% window seems to be giving a better cycle life. Fully charged in 100%. Make sure that cell voltages are balanced. Yep, I agree. George, how about a DIY power wall with 1860/50 cells? I love those guys who do the 18650 do-it-yourself power packs. You know, the walls. There's some guys in Australia that are just awesome. It's not my cup of tea. It is just, it's something that I could do, but it's just not my shtick. But hats off to those guys that do it. My L16s are just about gone. Need to replace all of them. Expensive. Indeed. Yeah, these things don't come cheap. These things don't come cheap. And it is a big investment when you're doing anything. You know, your batteries are your heart. For your off-grid system, your battery system is, you know, the heart of the system. So, and that's normally one of the bigger expenses aside from the solar panel arrays and the charger, the inverter. It all costs a lot of money. It just depends on how deep your pockets are. You know, going in and dropping thousands of dollars in money on your system. So you live and learn from others, and that's one thing about my videos on my YouTube channel here. This is not ideal. Okay, what I'm getting at is I did it, right? It may not be the best way, it may not be the right way, it may not be the wrong way, but it's my way. So take it for what it's worth, learn from my mistakes, learn from my achievements here, and go forward and do what you want to do on your system. I'm not telling you either way. There's guys out there with flooded lead acid batteries that are, you know, good to go. So that is a really good comment. I'm reading Bobby's Solar Homestead. He says, what's nuts is just how fast lithium charge, and what shocked me is the most. Yeah, me too, and I 100% agree with you on lithium charge rate and then availability of those kilowatt hours on those batteries. It's insane. It's insane how well they work. I've noticed that with my AGMs. You know, I'm not bad-mouthing. I'll badmouth Trojan on these because they suck. But they're lithium AGMs that I have in my other two systems, off-grid systems. I have 4 of the Group 31 size AGM overdrives in my bedroom system. That thing's like an appliance. You know, I charge them up every day and I don't take much off of them. That thing works great. The one out in the garden pond solar generator, Trojan AGM overdrive battery in there, you know, 12-volt battery. It's freaking awesome. Awesome. So they did really well on that battery. I also have some U1 size interstate battery AGMs. And like Bobby was saying, now it's a difference between, he's got lithium charge rate he was talking about, but the AGM charge rate, it's a different chemistry inside the battery, and you know it charges up much faster than these things. That's one thing I noticed right from the onset, you know. And another thing, if you remember from my other video, let me stop for a second and answer George's question. And please throw questions out there in the comment section. I love reading your guys' comments. I will air and read live your questions, most of them, but don't swear and be respectful, please. Midnight forum. No, I don't do midnight forum anymore. I did for a long time, but now I don't. But throw some questions out there. You know, this live video was intended to be a battery replacement type thing, and we may go a different direction with this video. These things have been resting for about 20 minutes now, so let's take a look. Oh, this is another thing too. Fluke 117 True RMS digital multimeter. I got this at a pawn shop. This thing is the best freaking tool you can have when you're working around solar electronics and stuff. This thing is awesome, awesome. I'm not a big YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, I've got 4 million views on my YouTube channel. You think I'm just rolling in freaking money with YouTube? Go on Social Blade and see how much I make. It's about $200 a month doing YouTube videos. You think, oh, he's making $200 a month. Dude, there are people out there doing the worst freaking videos and just sitting there and talking in front of the camera and making $26,000 a month, just being a social justice warrior or whatever. And if YouTube wanted to promote my videos, and I wouldn't be talking, I'd have a freaking Simplify lithium 4-gun battery bank here. So I don't know what it is with the YouTube algorithm machine. If they wanted to promote my channel, if advertisers, you know, whatever, they could, and I'd be rolling, you know, huge bank account with AdSense revenue. But I've been on YouTube for 4 freaking years doing do-it-yourself stuff and, you know, weather videos, slow-mos, goofy stuff, and I still haven't cut through I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm just like anybody else out there trying to get ahead, trying to, you know, make a few bucks, you know, helping others. And that's the whole premise behind my channel. So, but it says, do you still have a lithium battery, right? Yes, I have a small 10 amp hour lithium battery on one of my little ammo can solar generators. Works good. I like it. I can show you if you want to see it. I did that in that video before, so. But I don't want this to be a belly aching session about YouTube, and you know, I'm thankful for what I do have, and you know, my commenters, my viewers. You know, I'm very thankful. Don't get me wrong. I've made so many friends. I've made more friends than I've made enemies. But you got to be careful when you put yourself out there on YouTube. Got to be really careful how much you put out there, I guess, is a better question. ATR, you either have to do stupid stuff or have a hot chicken bikini to get enough people to make money. Amen, brother. Amen. Dead on. The only thing you need, but you would also alienate a lot of your viewers and your subscribers. I can throw a bikini picture thumbnail on a YouTube video, and with a, you know, girl with her boobs hanging out, or you know, ass pics, whatever, you know. Yeah, I'd probably get 50,000 views in 48 hours. But you know, do you want that riffraff on your channel? PM me your email on the midnight. My email is available on this YouTube channel, chrisdiyWire@yahoo.com. Felix, you're moving ions of energy between the plates, first charging chemistry back and forth on lead acid. It's amazing how fast they discharge and recharge. Right. Yep. It's an electric chemical reaction. You know. That's all it is. Okay. Good morning, John. Hopefully you got that, George. Yeah, we can make this into a, you know, a video talking whatever you want to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to replace this right now. I tell you what I will do. Let's do, you know, I said I was going to do a cursory battery check. Let's do a voltage check on each cell here. Everything's turned off. Yes, they're connected, but when you read voltage across here, it's just going to read the voltage on the battery. It doesn't matter what the polarity is either on here. So 6.26. I'm just going to do this string of 4 right here. 6.48. 6.42. And 6.32. So this guy over here is a little bit low, but it's holding voltage. So 6.26. Okay. Let me check this one over here. I'm on my little roller here. I'm gonna check something over here on this other string. So I'm gonna switch over here. All right, now I'm on the other string here. You probably can't see me very well. 6.42 on that one. 6.27 on the one I suspect is lower. 6.35. 6.43. Okay, you know what this tells me? For some odd frickin' reason, these things are holding a voltage. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to hold a load per se. And that's what happens overnight when I come out here in the morning. Say this string right here, this one was down to 4.1 volts, let's say, okay? Whereas these guys were helping keep the voltage up. But the problem I had that morning was when I checked the voltage of the whole battery bank, and they're in parallel. So I had 2 batteries that were, 4 volts, whereas the rest of the batteries were holding the load per se, only scraping 15% off the top. So that really stinks. We have, 1 battery in each string dicking up. I gotta watch my language on YouTube. They are so freaking, anal retentive on swearing on YouTube. It's a good way to lose, do a copyright strike. So, okay, Sean J. Solar in the house. Do you have a handheld load tester? No, that wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Always seems that the N1 is low. Yeah. Hey, I had an odd question. What's your battery voltage when your bank is at 50%? I haven't taken them down that low in a long time. Probably, I would say 6 volts on each battery. So it would be about 23.85, 24 volt in there. That's my best guess without actually doing it more scientifically. Disconnecting everything and just, concentrating on one battery and charging and all that and watching it charge up. So, I said I was going to do a battery replacement, solar battery replacement on the title of this video. I don't think I'm going to do it. You know why? Because they're sitting here and shoot, they're probably about 75% charged up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera and I'm going to show you a turn on sequence with all this. Did you guys read Felix's comment there? Unfortunately, too many people get offended these days. Really sad. Boy, you ain't kidding. Thin-skinned kids, guys in their, 18, 19, 20-year-old dudes crying because of an election. My God, I saw this post real quick here, kind of a tangent, where like the Civil War had like 500,000 boys out there fighting during the Civil War, and they're like 15 years old. Like World War II, the average age was like 18 or 19, and then I just don't know, man. Everybody's so offended, to hurt someone else's feelings. It's like, So what? Get over it. Kenny Beans, thanks for the lives and all the other do-it-yourself videos. Oh, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. You know, if you, on my channel, I have like 3 or 4 videos that basically are my bread and butter videos. All the other 700 freaking videos I have on YouTube, I don't know if you can see my face or not, but I'll tell it to you straight. I got about 750 videos like this, or live, or just, you know, 20. Some of my weather videos are doing okay, but when it really comes down to it, if it's under 10,000 views on my YouTube channel, it's irrelevant. It really doesn't make you anything. My CPM, you know, the watch time and duration and engagement, you know, you get like 2 minutes average. That's really, really bad. You want to shoot for like 6 or 7 minutes on a video that the person's gonna not only watch the whole video, but they're gonna also comment, they're gonna hit like, they're gonna hit share, they're going to hit the bell. You know, you want to keep the people engaged in your niche, you know. So a lot of the stuff that I do, you know, showing you some of my stuff here, it's not me blabbing yak on YouTube, you know, about, oh, I'm, you know, whatever hot button topic, or, you know, like TR was saying with a, you know, chick underneath a car changing out suspension parts, you know, showing her ass and boobs and everything. I like watching those videos too, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my shtick. But those girls, if you're like a semi-hot girl, 18, 19 years old, get on YouTube and you'll bank. Don't listen to a 50-year-old dude yak and schmack. So, all right, comments. Steve X, by the way, thank you for all the Anderson power poles. I need to get an ammo box. Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm glad you got them. I almost forgot about sending you all that stuff. I sent out another couple of things for guys too. So it's all pay it forward. You know, some stuff I'll you know, I can sell, you know, PayPal and stuff. But sometimes, so many guys have given me stuff, sent me stuff through the years, and oh, don't worry about it, Chris. You know, I've gotten hydrometers, I've gotten cables. Gosh. One guy sent me a whole box full of stuff, you know, to work with, stickers, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I had sponsors before. Now I don't have, you know, I had freaking literally hundreds of dollars in tools sent to me, but I don't know what it is now. You know, so I said, well, I better start doing more for others, I guess. I don't know. So, but it goes both ways, you know. If you got to, it's like a pay it forward type thing, you know. Help out the next guy with their projects. Okay, power up, Chris. I want to see the battery voltage at 70%, and Steve, let me know. Yeah, snowflakes, exactly. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to move this camera up so you can see the whole big picture here of what's going on, and then we'll talk some more shop here. Hang on. Oh man, sucks getting old with injuries. Back just a little bit here. So you can see my fat ass. How's that look? Can you still hear me? All right, let's go over here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up the midnights right here. And then solar panels or circuit breakers up here. So let's fire up the midnights. I'm sitting at 25.44 volts. The inverter is off. I'm not inverting right now. Everything is down cold. Okay. I don't have much solar to work with today. Probably about 300 watts coming in. Good. It start up about 5 seconds. Okay. Click, click, click. don't know if you guys can see that or not. George is saying snowflakes. Yep. Kids tooting their freaking horns of knowledge. Did you see that congressman? What state was that elected that Latina young congresswoman? You know, she's a congressman-elect, and she's out there talking. As soon as she opens her mouth, it's like, what? As for my microphone, I can't turn it up. This is actually my cell phone that I'm talking to you on, so I'll try to talk up a little bit. How's that sound? All right, what are we looking at here, guys? All right, so I've got 26.3 volts on the solar battery bank. I'm pulling in about, I got 161 watts there, about 92 watts there, about 76 there. So, I don't know, 300 or 400 watts being pushed down. Too much current. Damn it. About 12 amps going down into the batteries right now. I don't have a lot of sun to work with, so I got 12 amps being pushed down into 8 batteries right now. No loads. Just a light, LED light. Grab a cup of coffee. Or drink what I have in here. It's cold. Cold coffee's good. You know, it's probably better that I don't dink with these batteries because I'm going to be out of town in about 2 days. But everything else looks pretty good though, you know, overall. All right, guys, throw some questions there. We have 23 folks watching, and I appreciate you guys watching. So now let's chew the fat. Whatever you guys want to talk about. You guys want to hear something about me? Or my thoughts? I don't watch much news anymore. You know, Yahoo News is really bad. I like watching local news, but the national news, it just grinds on you. You know, you want to, there's just some things you just can't control. You know? Bobby asks, how are the cats? My cats are doing great, dude. Fat, dumb, not dumb, fat and happy. Fat and happy. They're older, and Clyde is still having a little bit of problems walking. His hindquarters, he's walking on his hocks, you know, kind of weird. I took him to the veterinarian, and she gave him a shot, pain medicine. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take him back in, but she doesn't want him jumping, so, but he's all, you know, he's full animal, you know. He's a good boy. So, okay, let's get up to the question. House cats, what's your settings? 32.4 bulk for about 15 minutes. 32.4 bulk for about 15 minutes. This is a new thing that I did here. I'm going to take them all the way up to equalization for about 15 minutes and then float them at spec. So it's about 27.6, I'm going to say. 32.4, no, I'm sorry, I lied. It's 32 volts for absorb and 27 volts on float. Man, I tell you, I don't know what it is. You know, I bought a treadmill and some free weights about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's just sitting there. course, I got injured, and I had some hip problems. I'm talking like an old man here, but I got some injuries. So I really need to get back on that treadmill. I mean, I got it set up here nice in the garage, so I can watch TV in the morning and get on a treadmill, but it's just motivation, overcoming that. But I went to the VA, I'm retired military, and had my blood and urine checked, annual type thing that they do. And what was really good this year, the doctor said, you're show no signs of diabetes. For the several years, I was showing pre-diabetic levels, high glucose levels. Now it's in the normal range for my age and all that. He says, yeah, your BMI is, I'm not gonna tell you what BMI, it's high, way too much. But this time of the year, when it's colder out and you don't feel motivated to do a lot of stuff outside, or you can't, you sit and watch TV and eat popcorn and Pop-Tarts and, watch porn all day, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Let's see, how long at 32 volts? 15 minutes. I'm sorry, no. 30 minutes. 30 minutes in absorb. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Raj. Yeah. Thanks, John. Bobby saying, did you see the PDF the Fed put out about catastrophic grid down deal? I see that stuff all the time, man. I try to keep up to speed on our SHTF prepper side. Yeah, I mean, everything from freaking solar flares to EMPs to grid down, cyber attack. Oh yeah, that stuff's real. We actually trained for that in the military. And I've been out for over 6 years. Okay, he says, yeah, off-grid wannabe, yes, 30 will cleanse the plates, in my honest opinion. They're telling us I have 6 months of food now. That's nuts. Yeah. I should go down and buy a case of MREs. I like MREs. I'm not in, a lot of you do the dry storage stuff, soybeans or whatever. I've got a lot of flour that I keep in the fridge. I got the fridge there, got some MREs in there, bottled water. 6 months, I don't know about that. It depends on where you're at. We usually train for like a 3-day pack when we were in the field, if I remember correctly. And then for sustained ops, we had your MREs for like a couple of weeks. And if it was over a couple of weeks, then we had an MKT out there, or provided contract services for beans and beds, we used to say, cantonment area. So. Oh, okay. You're using, what's voice to spell? Is that where you talk to the computer and it types out stuff for you for bad spellers? I'm the same way, man. I am the same way. In fact, this is a side note, I'm actually corresponding with friends in Italy, and my Italian speaking skills, I sound like a 5-year-old when I speak Italian. I know a lot of words, right? And when I was stationed over there, you know, I did everything I can to be fluent in Italian. And I was just about there, you know, with my Italian skills. But as the years go by, you start losing a lot of it. So what I did is I started contacting some old family friends, not my family, but the family that I lived under, essentially, when I was over there, landlord. And I'm starting to, it's all starting to come back a little bit more. And it's almost like you, when you learn a foreign language, you almost have to think like they do, and sleep that way. It's really strange, and that's what I had to do. And of course, the flashcards and, you know, there's online tools you can buy. You just got to immerse yourself in the culture and the language to learn it, and that's what I did. And I was just about cracking the skull on, you know, blah, 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 you know, going full Italian. Could I travel there now and be okay? Oh yeah, no problem. I'd fly into Milan or Rome or wherever, Naples, and get off the plane, and it's almost like, you know, your feet are still wet. And I found that when I'm corresponding is that I'll see all these words that they're typing or listening, and it's like, oh, okay, clicks. It just kind of, it's like riding a bike almost, but you're still wobbly. Any Greek? No. I had a lot of Greek friends, but no Greek. Livewire asks, have you used the Outback inverter? I try to avoid doing that just because of, you know, the cost, but this time of year, in the wintertime, electricity's costs are nothing, you know, and that's why I don't have a problem using grid power, not inverting over here, is because it doesn't cost that much. You know, electricity's cheap in the wintertime. The summer rates here, from like 2 to 7, it's like 50 cents a kilowatt hour. It's freaking insane. Surge rates. But now it's like, I don't know, 8 or 9 cents, 11 cents. Yeah, Frank, I was going to replace one of these batteries, but we kind of got sidetracked. So now what we're doing is that we tested all the batteries and determined that I'm not going to dink with replacing these, especially a couple of days before, you know, the holiday season, the holidays. So I had this one that was reading weak low voltage, and it seems to be up a little bit more. And so what we're doing is we're charging it up, getting it all the way up to full charge right now on here. And maybe we'll do a load test, and maybe we'll do a resting type thing. So, but no, I didn't replace one of these. I have one battery. Remember, I used to have 12 batteries here. I only have 8 now in system. The 4 that I took off, I only have one battery that is holding a charge, basically. I charge it up and then don't do anything for several days. Put a meter on it, 6.3 volts. Cool. Whereas the other ones are like at 4 right now, so it's dead cell in those batteries. Dead cells. Oh, I hear you, Bobby. I hear you. Same thing here. I went to the VA and optometrist there. You know how they do they drop the eye drops and they dilate your eyes and then they look deep inside your eye and stuff. Well, she did that at the VA in Oklahoma City, the hospital, and she pulled away and she's like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "What?" She says, "You got eyes of a 70-year-old." She goes, "You're going blind." I mean, it's the first thing out of it. This is a medical doctor, optometrist, right? I think they're a medical doctor. And she goes, oh yeah, macular degeneration. You know, she got on the computer, and so I don't know what my percentage is. I mean, you know, but my driving at night, I mean, yeah, when you get old, it gets harder to drive at night. You know, get the hollow effect and the blurriness and all that stuff. But I take eye drops every day. You know, my vision is just, it's not as bad as yours, but, and I smoke. That's probably not helping out either. Ooh, I have no idea what that is, Bobby. That sounds bad. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Not having vision sucks. You know, here's the thing, and this is the blunt truth. You know, we're talking solar batteries here, right? These things, yeah, you could probably, you know, if you're a scientist, engineer, battery chemist, whatever, you could probably get 20 years out of these batteries. But eventually they will die, okay? Those who build the 18650 packs, those who build, you know, or buy lithium or AGM or whatever, they will die. They will, I don't know of anything, maybe an Edison battery back in the day, I don't know. Is there new technology out there that a battery will last your lifetime? You know, I'm 50 years old, or I will be 50 in February. You know, if I got 25 years to go, you know, would it be nice to have a 25-year battery? Yeah. Instead of replacing batteries every, well, in this case, 3 years, under 3 years. It just depends on how deep your pockets are and what's out there. That's what's mind-blowing about these solar batteries, is that you can go old school lead acid, but when you're dealing with lead acid mist, you know, the acid misting and the, you know, using the hydrometer and the acid test, and you know, yeah, you can wear your gloves and your eye protection and stuff, but this shit's nasty. It's nasty. Whereas my AGMs are drama free, right? They'll probably last 2 times as long too if you keep them healthy. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're not as expensive as lithium. You know, dropping $10,000 on, you know, a 10 kilowatt hour, you know, Simplify or Everbuilt or whatever those things are. They're expensive. They're good. They're expensive though. But my question is, how long will they last? You know, can you get 10 years out of them? So it's part of why I sold my FLA. I could not see to take care of them. I got 5 years.
Hello, Moto.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta take a phone call. So thanks for watching. Sorry to end this live stream just under an hour here. But if I don't see you, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.